Oh, Rob, how about that? There we go. We're off and running. We're off to the races.
We are.
And we're off with a gun barrel.
Yeah.
And a plaque, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, I should have brought my plaque.
The plaque that your brother made.
Oh, I got it.
I thought you'd have it already.
No, I didn't have it. You should remind me about these things.
I shouldn't have to tell you that.
You should have.
You should know your brother made a plaque.
Look, oh, okay. Can I get to the plaque while we're on the plaque?
Go on then.
Okay, now was it the director that's walking to the plaque?
Yes.
What they said, Peter Hunt?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's the first thing that we see is a guy walking to that. Now then, I was thinking, I've been there to Parliament Square.
You have? You went recently?
I went recently, and I found
the spot where you can see that reflection, because I was going to ask you about that.
Okay.
It's like, where the hell is that? Because that's meant to be where Universal Exports is.
This is why it's handy to do content, right? Because I'm like, I think I've been there, because I've been... Like in London, I've been pretty much everywhere to most of the locations. And I'm like, I'm sure I put that plaque against the wall and then got...
Yeah.
So I went on the blog, couldn't find it. I was like, YouTube. I did a video. It's on YouTube, and I'll leave a link, and I found it. So it's in Parliament Square.
Yes.
And it is the RICS building. You'll find it when you're in
Ricks.
Parliament. Ricks.
As in like surveyors and all that sort of thing.
That must be the one.
Yeah.
And so that's on the corner of Little George Street. Right.
Is this opposite the Winston Churchill statue?
I don't... Is it...
Because that's in Parliament Square, isn't it?
Well, I have to look at the video again. I
think
can't
it
remember
is.
who the statue... I don't think it was Winston Churchill.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it was a different statue.
Okay.
But you can look at the video, or if you want to DM me if you're that asked,
I
can tell you. But most people think it's in like the old War Office, or they're confused. Most people that I see online think that it's somewhere where it's not.
Well, this is the thing, because in the films, Universal Export has moved around. It's like in the Living Daylights, you see a sign in Trafalgar Square.
That's the Malaysia tourist board.
Yeah, in A View to a Kill, it pans up to the old War Office on Whitehall, and then you've got this one, which is obviously somewhere opposite Big Ben, because you see Big Ben in the reflection.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, so just move around?
Even in Dr. No, it starts somewhere else, because you got that opening shot of the Thames at night, and it goes across, I think, Lambeth, somewhere like that.
Well, you just see Palace of Westminster, don't you? You just see House of Parliament. Yeah.
Anyway.
Exactly.
So that's, I'll leave links in the show notes for this.
But the gun barrel, we need to talk about the gun barrel.
Do it.
So the gun barrel.
I want to kick it off.
So
look at the amount of notes you've made.
I really like this gun barrel in as much as it's got the Harry Saltzman and Absar Broccoli presents in the gun barrel, in between the dots. And the only other time we see that is in Dr. No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I know. Isn't it just?
Sorry.
So no, seriously, and I
I'm
think
not being sarcastic.
I know you're not, but I was just like, have they done that deliberately to hark back to the first Bond film? I think they have, because they've got a new actor,
right?
And all these things they're doing throughout the film to try and link it to the older films, the previous films, and I think that's one of them. Okay. I could be completely wrong, but it's interesting that they've chosen to do that after four films that haven't done that. So, do you know what I mean?
So there's a reason. It must be a conscious choice, is what you're saying. They're doing it deliberately.
I think so. Mm-hmm. And then he walks along, doesn't he? He's there. He is. He's in the hat.
Yep.
And then he goes down on one knee.
Yep.
Which we haven't seen before since. What do you think about that?
I think this is better than the Bob Simmons walk on. The Connery one is terrible because he's trying to hold the position and he's wobbling.
He stumbles.
Around. Yeah, he's wobbling. But on this one, he goes down on one knee and they freeze it. So he doesn't have to kind of keep the position. He's just doing it on one. And I think in the Becoming Bond DVD, in the film, the documentary of Lazenby and his journey of this, in that sequence, he's prattling about. He's doing the gun barrel, but he's shooting over his shoulder. He's like shooting like a cowboy in the air, and then he's doing one on his knee, and he's doing it to camera. And I wonder what the actual story is. Maybe they just thought that's the one out of all the silly ones that he did. We'll keep the one where he goes down on his knee. Maybe.
Now, we need someone to confirm this. I'll ask AJ, the all-knowing oracle on Bond, when I see him on Friday.
Look, I have questions written down what I'd ask Purvis and Wade. Maybe we should just have an AJ segment as well.
Yeah, because that's really interesting, why they should choose to do that, I think. But, I mean, I'm assuming, because he goes down on one knee, so therefore the target's smaller, isn't it? So it's probably safer.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting down, isn't he? So it's probably better to be on one knee.
It's like trying to shoot.
Than standing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like if you're sort of trying to hide from whoever you're shooting, if they're shooting at you as well. I don't know.
That's what you would do, Rob, right? So if you had to shoot...
I wouldn't need to get down on one knee. I'm short enough as it is.
You're like, you and I are like the odd job. You know how hard it is to shoot? Well, actually, no, because that's... If you were playing GoldenEye, the game, odd job was always an easy kill because he'd just be head height. So like you should be walking along, you wouldn't have to move, you just shoot at your hip and it would just hit him in the head.
But I really like the Bond theme here because we've got the fuzz box on the guitar. And so you're watching on a Motor Secret Service because you get that throughout the movie, don't you? So which is just great.
I was looking at that. It's the Moog synthesizer that they're using, right, for the theme.
Okay.
Ding,
yes.
Ding, ding, ding. That's where you got the little.
Yes.
It kind of oscillates. Between the two. No, put like a portamento, that kind of little thing that goes in between the notes. Like, right. I think it's a portamento.
Okay.
And that you can use with the Moog synthesizer. But I thought it was the synthesizer that was distorted as well.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Okay. I mean, I know they do use fuzzbox on the guitar in this film.
We've got questions for AJ and questions for Warren Ringham.
I was assuming they were using it there. Maybe they're not, but you can tell that this is from Majesty's just from the style of the playing straight away.
Yeah,
immediately.
So,
and I love that.
What I pulled off the net was John Barry stated that he wanted a more aggressive sound for his film, which is why the synthesizers also have more distortion. Really adds a unique touch to the soundtrack that no other Bond movie has. But possibly the fuzz box is on something else. Okie doke.
Yeah.
Anything else, Rob?
Yeah, we had lots.
Oh, Rob.
Well, so I mean, he on the audio commentary, Peter Hunt rabbiting on.
Okay, so you did the Blu-ray commentary. I haven't done the Blu-ray commentary.
Yeah, and he says, look, there I am, there's me in the reflection, which we've already said, and he's walking along. And I think John Cork, who hosts the commentary...
Previous guest on the show, John
Yes,
Cork.
Indeed, of the Ian Fleming Foundation. He stated that I think Peter Hunt liked to reflect his personality into his films. Hence the reflection...
Oh, it's symbolic.
Exactly, which is what he wanted at the start of the film. And also, so then it cuts to M's office, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And we have Q saying, I've been saying for years, sir. Now special equivalent is obsolete. And now computer analysis reveals an entirely new approach. Miniaturization. For instance, radioactive lint. Well, placed in opponent's pockets, the anti-personnel location fixing is fairly obvious. What we want is location fix on 007. Now, when 10 is making ugly noises about Operation Bedlam. Miss Moneypenny, have you checked with communications? Well, replies for Cairo, Amsterdam, Madrid inquiries all negative, sir. Well, the PM wants to be informed personally when we find 007. Now, there's a lot to break down here, okay? A lot.
By the way, Rob did that whilst looking me in the eye.
Yes.
He wasn't reading that off the sheet for anyone listening.
But, okay, so, back in the dark old days of the 1980s and early 90s, if any of our listeners can remember, I know we can because we're that old. Back in those dark old days, pre-DVD, pre-widescreen VHS tapes, okay, this scene was missing from the ITV print that was always on.
Oh, really?
It cut from the gun barrel straight to the Aston Martin driving round the bend in Portugal.
Why did they cut it
lost all of that scene of the of the M's office and the plate. And I've no idea why. And the VHS that you could rent / buy in the 80s and early 90s, that was missing the Universal Exports establishing shot. That wasn't there.
Plaque?
Yeah, it was missing. It wasn't there.
Missing the plaque?
Yeah, and it missed the first line of Q's dialogue. It missed, I've been saying for years, sir.
I've been saying for years.
Why? That was cut. I don't know.
Maybe they had
I don't know. Another question for Mr. Chowdhury on Friday. Explain why are all these things missing? But this film, as we get into it, there are various scenes that have famously been missing from this film. And that's why everyone was so happy in 1995 when finally it was released on widescreen VHS and a box set, complete for the very first time. And I remember having to edit it myself in an SVHS edit suite at college with my recording off ITV and the VHS that you could buy, and just combine the two onto another tape just to get the most complete version I could. So yeah, it was a nightmare for us Bond fans back in the day. But yeah, that scene was missing. So yeah, it was very, very strange why bits of this was missing. I don't know. But also, so I think, when does this minute finish? So this minute.
Well, you've already ran over. I don't think he talks to Moneypenny.
Yeah,
we haven't seen Lois Maxwell yet.
That's in the second minute.
You've leaped ahead a little.
So we'll cover that in the next minute.
How about we hit pause?
Yeah,
and we'll be right back right after this. There's two. So my brother makes these plaques, these universal plaques.
It's this one.
It's this one, is it? Okay.
This one.
Which one?
The London one.
The London one. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to show this to the YouTubers. There we go. I'm sure you've seen that already.
Yeah. That's the one.
So my brother makes these, and I'll leave a link in the show notes.
Does he do life-size ones as well?
I'm sure he does. He does bespoke ones. So
cool.
Whichever ones you want.
That would be nice to have a life-size one.
I'm sure he'll be able to accommodate you.
Yeah.
And right, okay, shall we crack on? We've got minute 2 to get on with, Rob.
Yep.
And listener mail. Oh God, we've got so much to do. We better go.
I know.
Okay, here it is. Minute 2 of Majesties. Oh, Rob. By the way, have you noticed I'm abbreviating it now to Majesties?
I think we're going to have to,
because we can't do
that's Majesties is 3 syllables as opposed to OHMSS, which is 5 syllables. I'm not going to say on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Can you abbreviate it to OHMMS?
I think Majesties will do for now.
So there we go. Minute 2. Rob, take away from this. You're excited.
So we already sort of eased into this with my monologue earlier. But what I was going to say about this minute, which I think is really important, is that there's that line that M says to Moneypenny, the PM wants to be informed personally when we find 007.
Mm-hmm. So he's gone all the way to the top with this.
Now, the PM
so
knows who Bond is.
Yeah, he knows he's the man.
I mean, how cool is that? Basically, I'm assuming that is referring back to the last film where Bond narrowly averts World War III in Japan.
Yes.
And because he was so successful at narrowly averting World War III in Japan and getting that bloody atomic bomb 2 years before that in the Bahamas, and stopping a bomb going off in Fort Knox a year before that, word has got round in Westminster that this man is important to this country and he cannot go off the grid.
Don't thank me, Mr. Bond. Thank you.
But isn't that so cool though? This is honestly,
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's really important, and worth mentioning.
Well, Operation Bedlam was the whole operation, as we know, to get hold of Blofeld.
Find Blofeld.
But in the book, they still refer to it as Bedlam, and it's following on from Thunderball in the book. So when they're saying,
the Blofeld trilogy,
the Blofeld trilogy. You see. So that's that.
Okay, and then it's nice that he's still used that.
But then Operation Bedlam becomes so synonymous, even through the underworld of the criminal gangs. Everyone's heard of Operation Bedlam. Apparently, they have to change it to Operation Corona, which is odd because it's Corona and it's a virus, isn't it? As we'll get into.
It's also a beer.
Yeah, good one.
It is.
With a bit of lime in it.
Absolutely.
Do you like it with the lime?
I love it with the lime. Yeah. You can't have it without the lime.
No.
But just going back to the book, on the audio commentary, Peter Hunt said that every scene he was shooting of this film, he had a copy of the paperback with him.
Yeah.
And he would reference it constantly, just to make sure that he was following that book, because it was such a good book. You love that book.
Well, shall I?
And it was Richard Maybaum's favourite novel, and Richard Maybaum wrote the screenplay. Yes. In this minute, he's just sort of, she overtakes him, doesn't she?
Yeah. And so did we get what she's driving?
Yes, she's driving a Ford, isn't she?
I knew you'd like that.
She's driving a Ford.
And he's got the V8.
He's got the DBS. He's got the Aston Martin DBS.
Right.
1968.
That's you, because you're better at cars than I am.
But what I wanted to say was, just briefly going back to the scene in M's office and Moneypenny, Did you notice all those sharpened pencils on Miss Moneypenny's desk?
We are getting into the minute.
I mean, how many sharpened pencils does one person need?
I thought we might get onto the cars. And
Have you
the
not
cars,
seen?
No, we have to go back to the sharpened pencils.
There's a little pencil holder on her desk with like 10 or 12 pencils sticking out of it, all beautifully sharpened. And you can 4K, you can see how sharp these pencils are.
Right.
And it's like, my God. And the little Quink bottle. Do you remember those? Quink?
No.
No? You don't remember those from the 80s?
What is it?
Ink wells to fill a fountain pen. It's ink for a fountain pen. It's called Quink.
Okay.
Yeah. Had the little label, the Quink label.
Is it a brand?
Yeah.
Wow.
Quink.
Are they still going?
I don't know.
Look them up. You could have looked it up considering you saw it, but no, I'll do it, shall I?
I don't automatically think brands and sponsorship and I just go, look. That reminds me of my childhood.
For the sake of this podcast, it would be handy if you started thinking sponsorship, by the way. All right. Quink ink, available on Amazon.
There you go.
Wait. Is it the Quink? No, you want to... I can't switch the thing around.
I want to see what it looks like. Hang on.
The Quink, is that... Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's eBay. That's eBay.
It.
Hold on.
That's it. Quink. That's it.
Quink Parker. Okay.
Yeah, for Parker pens. So that's the ink you buy.
You can get it for 14 quid on it.
There you go. So there's a little bottle of that on her desk
for
the fountain pens.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, you want to talk about pencils. I want to talk about cars. For fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
Look, you get your money's worth of this podcast. This is a deep dive, okay?
Oh, yeah. People might take umbrage with money's worth. All right. So Bond in the book, he drives a Continental Bentley, I should say.
Bentley Continental.
Yeah, Continental Bentley. An old Continental.
Bentley Continental.
No. In the book, Rob, it says Continental Bentley.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. You want to go up against Fleming, do you? Do you? And what I do like about this, it's one of those sayings that I think it's quite iconic because you don't have to have read the book to have heard this, but he talks about one of Bond's thrills in life, one of his main thrills. And in the book it says, if there was one thing that set James Bond really moving in life, with the exception of gunplay, it was being passed at speed by a pretty girl. And it was his experience that girls who drove competitively like that were always pretty and exciting. You like that?
I do.
All right. Okay. And I think what Tracy drives...
It's a Mercury Cougar. It's not a Ford.
There you go. See?
I got that wrong. It Mercury.
All right.
It might be a brand of Ford, actually.
That saves Alex Lamas writing in.
I'm sure that's a brand. I'm sure that is a brand of Ford.
Look, another question for AJ. He wrote the book, The Spy.
Well, anyway, it's a Cougar. Yeah.
And in the book, she drives a Zagato Spider, a Lancia Flaminia Zagato Spider. All right. Enough book talk.
Well, the Cougar was auctioned a few years ago, I remember, by
really?
Bonhams. Yeah, I wish I'd gone to see it because it was on display in Guildford.
There you go.
I know.
Rob, anything else from the minutes?
Yes.
Oh God.
Okay. So she comes up behind him hooting, and overtakes.
Sure does.
And that I get little references of Goldfinger there, don't you? Tilly Masterson.
Oh, okay. Yep.
In the Mustang. Bah, bah, bah. She overtakes him. And he was like, how dare she? How dare she hoot at me and overtake? And he puts his foot down and he goes, discipline, 007, discipline. And falls back. And I think it's a little bit that I think they are trying to just hone in on that. Right. Instinct of Bond, he's like, there's a woman who's just overtaken him in a sports car and hooted him, and that's pissed him off. So he puts his foot down and he's got riled. Do you know what I mean?
And again in GoldenEye, so that's a
callback,
right? So I was getting more GoldenEye vibes. Oddly.
Well, I obviously have seen Goldfinger a lot more than GoldenEye, so that's why my mind went to Goldfinger.
Very good, Rob. Anything else? I'll tell you what. You have a think. I've got some shit from IMDb. Yes, a fact from IMDb. I thought I'd do a fact from IMDb.
Oh, yes.
Do something from Taschen each week as well, because the Taschen book's here. So this is Sir Christopher Nolan's favourite Bond movie, and many references can be found in Inception. He said, what I liked about it that we've tried to emulate in Inception is there's a tremendous balance in that movie of action and scale and romanticism and tragedy and emotion. You've seen Inception, right?
I have.
Yeah. Well, I think the ending is very Inception.
It is.
And you have the Dark Knight Rises is also Inception because they blow the plane. They kind of get the plane. The beginning of that where
Did you say Sir Christopher Nolan?
That's what it says here. This is Sir Christopher Nolan.
I don't think he's been knighted, has he?
Well, it is IMDb, so it's not.
I don't think he is Sir Christopher Nolan. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't ever remember him being knighted.
Has Christopher Nolan? Yes, Christopher Nolan is
he?
Sir. He was knighted in 2024 ceremony at Buckingham Palace.
Really? Last year?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you must have missed that.
Oh my God. Too busy doing this podcast, you see.
There you go.
Too busy researching for the podcast. I miss important things in the news like that. Wow. I didn't know he was a Sir.
Now we do. So there we go, Rob. That's...
One thing I was going to say.
Here we go.
I love the fact that we've got the camera in the back of the car, like pointing at the windscreen. That's really rather cool. When she overtakes him and you see her drive. We've never had that before. We've never had that point of view before. Someone sitting in the back of the car filming Bond driving.
It always feels a bit green screeny up until this point, doesn't it? Even in
this is real.
Screen.
This is like there's someone in the car filming.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. And he's wearing a hat. We haven't seen him wear a hat since I'd say From Russia with Love. I don't remember Bond actually wearing a hat in a scene. Obviously in the gun barrel he does, but in a scene, I don't ever remember seeing him wearing a hat like that.
We haven't actually seen Bond at this point either. It's worth noting. We've seen the mouth.
We know it's Bond.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but we haven't had the prestige. And I like that he lights the fag and then he zooms in on the fag.
Well, that's the next minute.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, so we'll cover that in the Patreon.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's nice that these little things. It's like the Bond theme's playing. He's got the hat. He's got the sunglasses. Yeah. He's got the cigarette lighter.
We haven't seen the sunglasses yet, Rob.
Oh, okay. That's the next minute.
Yeah, stop getting ahead. Come
on. Sorry.
Shall we? There's a Taschen fact. I like the Taschen facts.
Oh, yes.
Ready? Okay. Lazenby is quoted as saying, "I went to the barber's, Kurt, at the Dorchester Hotel. Another reason to go to the Dorchester."
And not Duke's.
Right? Thank you, Rob. You can get a high five for that, my man. When are we going to get the Fuck Dukes t-shirt?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'll buy you one for Christmas.
Thank you.
Right. Anyway, Lazenby is quoted...
Have you checked on Instagram how many times #FuckDukes has been used?
No, it's just me. I don't actually think I've ever hashtagged it, but I'm going to start.
You have.
Have I?
Yeah.
Have I had? No.
Last week. #FuckDukes.
Oh, that was on Twitter. Yeah, that was on X.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck them. Even that'll stop overcharging me 150 quid.
Absolutely.
Where was I? Yeah. So Lazenby went to the barber's in the Dorchester, and he said, "Give me a haircut like Sean Connery." I didn't know that Cubby Broccoli was in a chair behind me. Now, Cubby says in the Taschen book, "I remember thinking what a good Bond he would make, but I figured if he was having his haircut at Kurt's, which doesn't come cheap, he was probably a businessman and a wealthy one at that." Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I actually emailed the Dorchester today.
Did you?
Yeah, and I asked, "Do you have any photos of Kurt's?" Because I presume it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard back.
They won't know what you're talking about. Like whoever was in charge of the emails would be like, "What's he talking about?"
That's most people.
I know.
On the other end of my emails. I also emailed the College of Arms this week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Why?
I asked if I could have an interview with someone down there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, I bet they'll respond.
You reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because they embrace Bond.
Well, what I really want to do is get up on the rooftop.
Oh, they won't let you do that. Health and safety.
Matt, you got to do the interview first.
Yeah. Get on the good side. Yeah. You never know.
Maybe invite them round for a couple of drinks.
You never know. I got on the rooftops in Istanbul.
You did, yeah.
So it's possible.
Yeah. I tell you what, hey Martin Mulder out there.
Oh,
rooftop
so the rooftop chase.
The College of Arms. There's a deleted scene in the College of Arms where
he's being spied on,
and he gives chase outside.
That's right.
And he
comes
runs
through the window,
and there's pictures on Thunderballs.
That's right.
If you've been following the Instagram this week, London Bond Map, you would have seen that I've documented all those. So
those photos are cool from Thunderballs.
They're really cool. Yeah. Really cool.
Fantastic.
And mine aren't too bad either.
No, yours are good too.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, I want to do a rooftop chase. So Martin Mulder, if you can make that the next one, that'd be great. I'll turn up to that. Why not? He gets to a tunnel in the middle of Las Vegas in the desert for diamonds.
Let's just walk along the rooftops in the city of London. I'm sure that'll be allowed. No problems there.
No problems. Rob, have you done with all your notes for the minutes? We've got to crack on.
I think so,
right.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's the rest is for the Patreon.
Let's do the Patreon. Well, we got the listener mail before that. So
have we?
Listener mail, yep.
Oh,